Schools ruined your perception of the world at a young age. Trust me, I know. I went to a few myself. And yeah, it's summertime, but I work at one now. It's kind of interesting. I don't know what your, I don't know how the workings of our government was presented to you in your schooling and education, but for me, it was laid out. There's, the branches of government, 3 branches of government. Talked about the Constitution, a little bit about American history, about, heroes or heroes doing courageous things, fighting tyranny, getting ourselves free. And it kind of explaining, it's like now we have elections. And that's how we get to choose how the whole world is run. Because I live, you can't tell by my accent, the fact that I'm speaking in English, the fact that my IP address, let's see my IP address. If you can't tell by the fact that I live in a room and all my stuff has to fit in one room. And you can't tell that I'm like stressed out. Yeah, you can't tell I live in America. Well, anyway, yeah, I live in America. And we learn about government and freedom. And part of freedom is we have a democracy. Maybe you saw another video where I talk about my thoughts on the word democracy. But we have a democracy, and in a democracy, the people get to choose. But there's half of the country that is assholes. And they're not in they're not where you live. But where you live, everyone should think the same, but no, there's a lot of people that think like those assholes over there. And they're wrong, and you have a chance to keep them out of power by getting yourself in power. Not you literally, no, you won't have power. You're gonna choose someone else to have power, and then they're going to represent you because you showed up on a day literally it might as well be leap day because it happens once every 4 years. That's like leap day. Why don't they have election day on February 29th? Make it real special. Real special that way. Yeah, I don't know. The lights are kind of starting to flicker right now. I think that has to do with my oral projections. All right, maybe not. Maybe. But yeah. Basically, they get it in your head at a young age that this country is run by whoever is the most popular, and then popularity equals power, and then oh snap, all I gotta worry about is popularity, right? Popularity is power. That's all I really need is more popularity, right? talking about? Oh yeah, talking about power. I was talking about democracy in schools, and then I think about how, oh yeah, that's right. Because this is a democracy. You are entitled to impose your will on people that disagree with you if you can become popular enough to win an election. I don't think I can say that again. You might have to play that again if you want to hear that again. So then, interesting. It's almost like you see a bunch of people walking around thinking not only that they have the right to impose their worldview. Well, I mean, that's enough right there, isn't it? If you feel like you have the right to impose your belief system and worldview on people you disagree with, it's because you are an American that believes in democracy. Maybe, just maybe, what happened in 1776 was just another case of meet the new boss, same as the old